grin.
Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky.
My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome as me. It's true he indulges my tendency to bulge, but I'm his little soldier. 1, 2, 4, 3.
My mom says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no peer for a miracle like me.
My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one has as bold or tough as me. As my daddy told ya, one day when I'm older, I can be a soldier and punch you on the face. One can hardly know the beauty and brilliance these days. Seems that there are millions of these one in a millions these days. Specialness is de rigueur, above average, go figure. Is it some modern miracle of calculus that such frequent miracles surrender each one on miraculous?
My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a precious Marilyn. She has never seen the tear Marilyn. She says if I'm keen I have to cut down on the cream, but I'm a Marilyn, so give me more cake.
Take another picture of the angel from this angle over here. She is clearly more emotionally developed than her peers. What a dear.
Little honey, look at mommy.
Put honey on your brother.
Smile for mommy, smile for mother.
We'll take another. Have you seen his school report? He got a C on his report.
What?
We'll have to change the school. His teacher's clearly falling short.
Just delightful, and insightful. Might she be a little brighter than her?
Oh, yes, she's definitely advanced.
Take another picture of the angel.
I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord,
Put honey on your
clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. Take another. Mommy says I'm a miracle. Then I was honey and it's honey as a miracle.
You can be all cynical, but is it just a miracle?
There's never been a miracle like miraculous.
Look, is this going to take much longer, Doctor? I've got a plane to catch at 3. I'm competing in the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championships in Paris.
You're getting on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood.
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. And this time I have a secret weapon. Rudolfo. He's part Italian, you know. Very supple. And he has incredible upper body strength.
I think we should have a talk.
So, what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea?
Gas?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What could be the cause of this?
Look, am I fat?
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant!
What?
You're going to have a baby!
But I've got a baby. I don't want another one. Isn't there something you can do? Antibiotics? Or...
You're 9 months pregnant.
Oh my good Lord. What about the biannual International Amateur Salsa and Ballroom Dancing Championship?
A baby, Mrs. Wormwood? A child? The most precious gift that this natural world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A brand new human being, a life, a person, a wonderful new person is about to come into your life to bring love and magic and happiness and wonder.
Oh, bloody hell.
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in humankind.
Push, Mrs. Wormwood, push! I'll put you in a minute.
Each newborn life a canvas yet unpainted. This still unbroken skin, this uncorrupted mind. Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle.
All right, now where is he? Where's my son?
Mr. Wormwood, are you smoking a cigarette?
Oh, I am so sorry. This calls for a proper smoke. Now, oh, my dear Lord, that is one ugly little thing.
This is one of the most beautiful children I've ever seen.
But, oh my, where's his thingy?
His what?
His thingy, his doodle, you know, whatchamacallit, his thingy.
This child doesn't have a thingy because...
Look what you done, you stupid woman. This boy's got no thingy.
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl, a beautiful, beautiful little girl.
Is there still time for the biannual inter-champion amateur sausage and ballroom dancing?
That competition's finished. You missed it. Hey, now I don't suppose we could exchange this thing for a boy now, could we?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin looks just revolting in this fluorescent light, and this gown is nothing like the semi-formal, semi-Spanish gown I should be wearing in the semi-finals tonight. I should be dancing the tarantella, game on fella, Italiano, not dressed in hospital cotton with an ouching front bottom, and this
Miracle,
horrible,
a miracle,
Smelly little
beautiful miracle I have ever seen.
I can't find his Frank and beans.
Every life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mommy says I'm a miracle.
says
I'm as shiny and as shiny as a miracle.
Miracle.
It can be all cynical, but it's a miracle.
What is the truth in miracles? A miracle that's...
My mommy says I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm a bore. My mommy says I'm a jumped up little germ, that kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shut my pie hole. No one likes a smart mouthed girl like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir, 155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Are they good runners? Well, let's just say you wouldn't beat them in a race. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. So how much exactly are we...
Harry!
Hang on.
Look at this. She's reading a book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Now stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories? Who wants stories? I mean, it's not normal for a girl to be all thinking.
I'm gonna call you right back. Would you please shut up? I am trying to run the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to sit here listening to this. You know, it's your fault anyway. You spinned us into trouble and expect me to get us out of it. What do I look like to you, huh? Flaming escapologist?
Escapologist, he says. Well, what about me then? I've got a whole house to look after. Dinners don't microwave themselves, you know. If you're an escapologist, I must be an acrobat to balance that lot. The world's greatest acrobat. I'm off to bleach my roots, and I shall be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man.
I'm gonna make us rich.
Rich? How rich?
Very, very rich. Bulgarian businessman, very, very, very stupid. Your genius husband is going to sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Bulgarians?
Fair? Fair? Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair doesn't get you anywhere in life, you thick-headed twit brain. Now, all I can say is thank heavens Michael has the brains of his old man. Ain't that right, son?
Michael. Well, I shall take the money when you earn it, and I shall spend it. But I shan't enjoy it because of the despicable way in which you have spoken to me tonight.
You know, this is your fault with your stupid books and your stupid reading.
What? But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right? Right, I'll tell you what's right. In a few days' time, you'll be going to school, and there ain't gonna be nothing right there. Oh, no, see, I know your headmistress, Miss Agatha Trunchbull. And I told her all about you and your smarty pants ideas. You know, real big scary woman she is. Used to throw the hammer for the Olympics. Now imagine what she's going to do to a horrible, squeaky little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now off to bed, you little worm.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water, or so they say. The subsequent fall was inevitable. They never stood a chance. They were written that way, innocent victims of their story, like Romeo and Juliet. It was written in the stars before they even met. That love and faith and a touch of stupidity would rob them of their hope of living happily. The endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do it, we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let them get on top of you, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Platinum blonde hair dye, extra strong, it's out of reach of children. Oil of violets hair tonic, for men. Yep. In the slip of a bolt, there's a tiny revolt. The seed of a war in the creak of a floorboard. The storm can begin with the flap of a wing. The tiniest might packs the mightiest sting every day. Starts with the tick of a clock, all escapes. Starts with the click of a lock. If you're stuck in your story and you want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout, 'cause if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like
Mommy!
Now, son, a secret to man's business is his hair. A good hair means a good brain. Now, the secret to my success is...
Secrets.
Yes, son, secrets. Secrets. The secret to my success is this. Oil of Violet's hair tonic for men. Now, stand back, son. Your dad's about to go to work.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo! Oh, now that's the bananas right there. That's the good bananas. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Woo! Now, son, one simply cannot fail to go unnoticed when he looks like this.
Secrets.
Ah! Your hair! It's green.
Good Lord, woman, have you started already? It's not even 8:30. My hair's green.
What on earth did you do that for? What do you want green hair?
I don't want green hair. I didn't do anything.
Maybe you used some of Mom's peroxide by mistake.
That's exactly what you've done, you stupid man.
I got the business deal with the Bulgarians today. What am I to do?
I know what you could do.
What can I do? Anything.
You could pretend you're an elf.
That's it. I can pretend I'm a... What, do you take me for a fool? This boy's a loony.
Mom, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting. Go on, creep on back to that library of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in school, the better.
Matilda, what a pleasure to see you. Here in the library again, are we?
Yes, well, my mom wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me too much. Dad, too, he loves having me around. But I think it's better for grown-ups to have their own space.
Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as smart as you, and you tell them lots of stories like you do with me. Oh, I love your stories, Matilda. And that's not a hint, by the way, but if you did have
Goodbye,
a story...
Mrs. Phelps. See you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Honey, and good luck with the Tolstoy. As I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting or anything, but if you did happen to have
Who was that lady?
That lady? That was Miss Honey. She's going to be your teacher.
That lady is my...
Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time. Once upon a time, the two world's greatest circus performers, an escapologist who could escape from any lock that was ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled it seemed as if she could actually fly, fell in love and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats anyone has ever seen, and people would come from miles around. Kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts. But not to see their skill, but to see their love they had for each other. It was so deep that it was said that cats would purr as they walked by, and dogs would weep with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town, and in the evenings they would walk and take in the air, and each night the children of the town would wait in anticipation, hoping for a glimpse of the shiny white scarf the acrobat had wore. For then they knew to cry, "Tricks, tricks!" And the great performers would instantly oblige with spectacular shows. But although they were famous, and they had each other, and, well, everyone loved them, they were sad. world has to offer, says the wife.
We have everything.
We do not have the one thing in the world that we want most.
But the one thing.
We do not have a child.
Patience, my love.
Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
But time is one thing that no one is a master of. And as time passed, they grew quite old, still no child. At night, they listened to the sounds of their big old empty house and imagined how beautiful it would sound if it was filled with the sounds of children playing.
Matilda, this is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare.
Their sadness overwhelmed them and drew them to even more dangerous feats, where their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their life. And so it was said that they would perform the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It's called, said that husband, announcing the event to the world's press, who had gathered to listen with bated breath. The burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, and is the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is our destiny, said the wife, sadly slipping her hand into his. It is where the loneliness of life has led us.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. Not yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
What? But isn't there some more? I mean, just a little bit more? Isn't there a little bit more? Well, I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? I'd love to meet her, actually.
Goodbye, Miss Phelps. I'll see you tomorrow.
After your first day at school.
My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess and I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. Because your life as you know it is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail, have been trapped inside this cage for ages, this living hell. But if I try, I can remember back before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. Like you, I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions, but unless you want to stop and listen up, I will teach you a thing or two. You listen here, my dear, you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, it will be double. You should stay out of trouble, and remember to be extremely careful. Why? Did you hear what we said? Just you wait for phys ed. What's phys ed? Physical education.
It's the Trunchbull's specialty.
My mommy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy said I would be the teacher's pet. School is totally fun, according to my mom. Dad said to learn the alphabet.
The alphabet?
You gotta learn to listen, kids.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see
morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day, your first day of school. Now, does anyone know their 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, isn't it? Please stand and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is 24.
Oh, my word. That's very...
13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2 is...
Stop! Good heavens! How far can you go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Well, yes, that's very... Now, what about this? Now, this is much harder, so don't worry if you can't get it, but 2 times 487. If you took your time, do you think you could...
974.
12 sevens.
84.
What?
Let's move on from math and work on reading. Can anyone read this? Very well, Nigel. I think we better leave it there, Nigel. We don't want you to burst a blood vessel on the first day. Lavender?
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word.
Yes!
Matilda?
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words?
Well, I needed to learn to read words so that I could read sentences. Because basically a sentence is just a big bunch of words, and if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself, Matilda?
Oh yeah, more than one. I love books. I've read quite a few this week.
A few? In a week? My, that's good. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Lord of the Rings, Kim, The Invisible Man, Crime and Punishment, The Secret Garden, and The Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. There's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. Look at you trying to hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating, hands shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. What are you waiting for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps I should wait. She's probably having a meeting or something and won't want to be interrupted. If anything, caution in these situations. It's sensible. One should avoid confrontation where possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl, this miracle, knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Enter. Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Well, yes, Miss Trunchbull. In my class, that is, there's this little girl called Matilda Wormwood, and
Daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood,
who owns Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat, though. Says she's a real wart.
Oh, no, headmistress. I don't believe that Matilda is that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bombinatum est magitum.
Bombinatum est magitum. Children are maggots. In fact, it must have been her who put that stink bomb under my desk this morning. I shall have her for that. Thank you for suggesting it.
But I didn't. Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius.
Nonsense. Haven't I told you that she is a gangster?
But she knows her times tables.
So she's learned a few tricks.
But she can read.
So can I.
I have to tell you, headmistress, that it is my opinion that this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she's a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just place her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about the rules, Jenny? The rules.
Well, I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules. In my school, look at these trophies. See how my trophies gleam in the sunlight. See how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer-throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment when my big moment came that I treated the rules with casual disdain? Well, like hell. As I stepped up to the circle, did I change my plan? Huh? What? As I stopped up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I faltered or mended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt from the grunt I'd practiced for many a month? Not a dot, not a dot. Did I stray from the pot? Not a detail of my throw was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when that hammer left my hands and sailed high up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just have to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children, 2, 3, 4.
If you want to throw the hammer for your body not to rest my deeds, you have to stay inside the circle, all the circle. Make it,
and if you want to teach success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness. You have to force the little squits to toe the line. Sing, Jenny! Hey, hey, hey!
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
I apply this one simple rule to a hammer-throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the valley line and tow it. And always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.
Well, I have to tell you, headmistress, that it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, stinky, nasty, smelly, stupid. Who do they think they are? How do they think they can talk to me like that? Stupid, smelly, weirdly rough, stupid Bulgarians.
Oh, don't tell me. We're not rich.
It's the mileage. They took one look at the mileage and decided the cars were knackered. Now I told them, I said, the reason the car's mileage is so high is a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair.
I got hair.
And what's this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the telly?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories.
No, it's a lovely book. Honest, if you read it, I'm sure
Lovely? Here's what I think of your lovely.
No, it's a library book. It's from the library.
You show the little brat.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling some awesome tricks.
Come on.
Aha!
All right, right. All right, now back off. Back off.
Go on.
All right, just one page at a time, I guess. Now get off the bed, you little twerp.
Do we have any super glue?
Yeah, in the cabinet. Hey, and while you're at it, why don't you take that stupid book to your stupid face?
Good one.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around to let them get on top of you, you might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
All right. I've got my eye on you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do all those brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got to hurt, all squished in there?
No, it's fine. I think they just fit.
Right. Well, look, I'd better hang around just in case. If they start to squeeze out of your ears, you're going to need help. I'm Lavender, and I think it's probably for the best if we're best friends.
Hide me! Someone poured a whole can of treacle onto the Trunchbull's chair. She sat down, and when she got up, her knickers stayed stuck to the seat. Someone told her it was me, but I never, and now she's after me.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
You're done, kid. You're finished.
Once Agatha Trunchbull decides you're guilty, you're squished.
I heard she got Julius Rawwinkle eating licorice all sort during science. She just picked him up, swung him around, and threw him out the window.
Don't listen to them. They're just trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, they're saying she's gonna put me in chokey.
What's chokey?
They say it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. They say she's lined it with nails and spikes and bits of broken glass.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good,
And it's made of spikes and wood.
and it isn't wide enough to sit.
And even if you could,
There are nails on the bottom,
so you wish you stood.
when the hinges creak and the door is closed, you cannot see squat.
Not the end of your nose.
And when you scream, you don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right, look. When did this happen?
is the maggot known as Nigel?
He's over there, under those coats. Where he's been for an hour, actually.
What? An hour?
Oh, yes. You see, unfortunately, Nigel suffers from the rare but chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue and falling asleep without any knowing or warning at all. He fell asleep, so we put the coats on for safety, didn't we? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Snarkalopsy. He'll probably think he's in bed when he wakes up.
Good morning, Mom. Is it time for school yet? Wait, this isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Omega Thrip!
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I said about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails!
But my mommy likes them. She says they make me look pretty.
Then your mother is a twit! What is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Wormwood, are you? Well, I might have known. Well, Wormwood, you have just made a very big mistake.
Just so you all know, she's my best friend. Wow!
Yes, sir. Brand new stock, sir. Yes, sir. Well, green hair. Oh, yeah, yes, it's because it was National Green Hair Day. Yes, sir. Celebrating all the lovely green things like lettuce and snot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow at 9, sir. Yes, sir. Sounds good, sir. Do's for doodah. Now that is how you do it. Now that is how you do it. That is how you do it. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave it on. It looks like rain.
Yes. Hello? It's Miss Honey, Matilda's teacher.
Bit busy right now.
It'll only take a moment.
Oh, well, come in if you must. This is Rodolfo. Oh, it's nothing like that. He's my dance partner. We're rehearsing.
Ciao.
Ah, parle italiano. Bene. Ciao, Rodolfo. Piacere. Come stai?
What? Who is this baby? No interruptions due to my energy flow.
What do you want, Miss Chutney?
It's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda's in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to read, so...
Stop her reading then. No one knows we've tried.
I'm in the zone, darling. I can feel it in my hips. Don't waste this.
I'm not in favor of girls getting all clever pants, Miss Hussey. Girls should think about makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Now, look at you. Look at me. You chose books.
I chose looks.
I beg your pardon?
Babes, my fire here, please.
But Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her head in an instant.
Calculate this. Ooh, fantastico.
Her mind is incredible. And with a little help from
Her mind. Oh, you really don't know anything, do you? Somewhere along the way, my dear, you've made an awful error. You ought to blame yourself now. Come along. You seem to think that people like people who are clever. It's very quaint. It's very sweet. But wrong. People don't like smarty pants what go wrong. Learn a lot of stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important. So you have got to be
loud. Girl, you gotta learn to stand up and stick out from the crowd. Woo! A little less fat, a lot more heel. A little less back, a lot more feel. A little less brain, a lot more hair. A little less head, a lot more derriere. Woo! No one's gonna tell you when it's like your touch. Well, you got a lie. You hide it under a bushel. No one's gonna look if you don't stand out. No one's gonna listen if you don't shout. No one's gonna care if you don't care. So go and put some lights in your hair. You gotta highlight what you got.
even if
What you got is not a lot. You gotta be loud. You gotta give yourself permission to shine. Stand up and be proud. Woo! A little less, a lot more sing. A little less shh, a lot more swing. A little less resting like your mom. A little more ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Woo! I look nice, you don't. No one's gonna tell you when to wiggle your bumper. No one's gonna love you if he told you the rumba. Everybody loves their self-exotic, but learning a language is over the top. It doesn't really matter if you don't know now, so long as you know it with a bit of clout. The less you have to sell, the harder you sell it. The less you have to say, the louder you get. The dumber the act, the bigger the confession. The less you have to show, the louder you dress. If you're going to get up, you're going to get up and be loud, 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 loud. You're judging! Woo! Ha, 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 hey!
Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny. You are going to march in there and give them a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you'll just look like a fool. This is
not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's got me. Pathetic little me. And another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so the great day arrived. It was like the entire world had gathered to see the burning woman, hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair, over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man, locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat sister, a frightening woman. She used to be an Olympic class hammer thrower who loved nothing better than to scare the children of their town. People whispered that in her dark and brooding heart, she resented her sister, both her love and her success. Suddenly, out came the escapologist, dressed, as usual, in his tights and spangly costume. But there was no sign of the acrobat, no glimpse of her shiny white scarf at all. Instead of musical fanfare, it was silence as he solemnly stood into the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man, locked in the cage, has been canceled.
No.
Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly burp. And then suddenly the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. And then suddenly the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. Feat was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for over an hour.
So it has a happy ending.
Forgotten by everyone except, well, that is the acrobat's sister, of course. When everything had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall.
No!
I have paid for the posters, publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. If I give their crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects, caught by the man locked in the cage, will be for
to prison you both shall go.
No! No! Well, what happened next?
I don't know. Not yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
What? But I don't know if my nerves can make it until tomorrow.
Miss Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
Oh no, Matilda, we must see how it ends. And I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just that they want that child so very much. It must be wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Yes, wonderful. Goodbye, Miss Phelps.
Matilda, could I speak to you, please? I'm afraid I have not been too successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So, starting tomorrow, I shall bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the others, and if you have any questions, well, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound? Why, Matilda, that's the biggest hug in the whole world. You're going to hug all the air out of me.
Matilda Wormwood! Where is Matilda?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
Uh-huh. So you admit it?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This clot, this foul carbuncle, is none other than a disgusting criminal, a member of the mafia, a denizen of the underworld. This morning, you snuck like a serpent into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray.
No, I did not.
But, Miss Trunchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Standing up for the little spitball, are you? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty!
Okay, look, all right? I stole the cake. And honestly, I was definitely sort of almost thinking of owning up to it. Maybe. But the thing was, I was having a lot of trouble with my belly. You see, the Trunchbull's cake was so good that I scoffed it down too quick. And now it was beginning to fight back. Oops. See?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a fiend. You are a thief. You are a crook. And I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall co-sign you to the seventh circle of hell, child. You shall be destroyed.
It was the biggest burp I had ever done. The biggest burp I had ever heard. The biggest burp I had ever heard about. It was like the whole world went silent for that burp to exist, as a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth across the class. Past Alice, past Lavender, past Matilda, and now my big, beautiful chocolatey burp, which now seemed to have a mind of its own, wafted full into the face of the Trunchbull.
Bruce Bogtrotter.
Yes, miss?
You liked my cake, didn't you, Bruce?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, and I'm very sorry, but...
Oh, no. As long as you enjoyed the cake, that's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Bog Trotter. It is.
Oh. Well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful, marvelous. That makes me so happy. It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook. What's the matter, Bog Trotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes, I'm full.
Oh, no, you're not full. I will tell you when you are full. And I say that criminals like you aren't full until you've eaten the entire cake. But you haven't got time for buts. Eat!
But I can't eat it all.
Headmistress, he'll be sick.
He should have thought of that before I made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Well, eat!
He can't!
Eat!
Surely can't!
Eat!
He might explode!
Eat!
A single slice, or even two, Bruce. It might have been nice, but even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can't! He can! Surely can! He surely can! You want the man, Bruce! He might explode! He's quite elastic! He won't make it stop! He's fantastic! Look at him go! I can't watch everything in effect! This must confirm, Bruce! What we suspected! You have the worm, Bruce! Or maybe the largeness! It's like the TARDIS! Considerably roomier in size! He can! He can! Surely can! Surely can! You are the man, Bruce! B-R-O-O-C! Bruce! Never get me subject to abuse! We are meant to lose! Just call it truce! Bruce! With every swallow you were trying to make the news! We never thought it was possible! But here it is only true! We can have our cake and eat it too! Bruce, the time has come to put that tumbling tongue to use! Bruce, no excuse! Bruce, let out your bell, I think you want your child to lose! Oh, stuff it in! You're almost finished! Let it in, whatever you do, just don't give in! Don't let her win! Come on, Bruce, we are heroes! Cover yourself in chocolate glory!
It's too much. It's just too much.
Go on, Bruce, do it.
Quiet!
Never get me subject to abuse. We are meant to lose. You call it truce. Bruce, never find you completely cooked your goose. We never thought it was possible. But here it is coming true. We can have our cake and eat it.
I'm sorry, Miss Trunchbull. Seems I have gotten carried away.
Oh, that's all right, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bog Trotter. Good show. Well, come along.
What? Where?
Oh, did I forget to mention? That was the first part of your punishment. There's more. The second part. And the second part is Chokey!
Miss Trunchbull, please, you can't.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull, please, you can! Did you really think I would allow myself to be defeated by these maggots? What do you take me for? A weakling? An idiot? A fool? You?
But he's done what you've asked. He's eaten it all.
I did it. I ate the lot. I did what you said. I did it. No, please. Don't take me to choking anything with that. No!
But that's not right.
If anyone's out in the hallway, come on in here. I don't want anyone to miss my awesomeness. All right, well, I'm not waiting any longer. I would like to offer an apology for some of the things that have been going on here tonight. They're not nice things, and they're not right things. And I would like to state guarantorically that we do not want any children that might be out there to go home and try these things out for themselves. Now, of course, I am talking about reading books. Now, it's normal for kids to behave in this way, but it stunts the brain, wears out the eyes, makes kids ugly, fatty, sweaty, betty, boring, gaseous, and crucially, it gives them verrucas of the mind. Now, under no circumstance do we condone such activities, and we do so utterly without reservoirs. Now I just ask, how many people here have read a book? Oh, dear Lord. You, sir, what's your name? What's up? Say it one more time. Julie. Well, Julian, don't take this the wrong way, but, bookworm, stupid little bookworm. You eat books like a worm. Worms are stupid. You're stupid. You're a sworm. Got him. Now, I won't stop him from reading, but at least he'll never throw his hand up in theater ever again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the pinnacle of human achievement, the reason we decided to evolve out of unicorns in the first place. Somewhere on a show, I heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. So telly, if you bother to take a look, is the equivalent of like Julian, you got anything? No. Like lots of books. All I know I learnt from telly, this big beautiful box of facts. I was not already, but now I'm really smart, very smart. Endless content, endless panels, endless chat on endless channels. All you need to make you wise is 23 minutes plus advertisements. Why would we waste our energy turning the pages 1, 2, 3 when we can sit comfortably on our lovely bumperleys watching people singing and talking and doing stuff? All I know I learned from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever of a fella I am. Take it away, son. Now you can't learn that from a stupid book. All I know I learnt from telly, what to think and what to buy. Now I was pretty smart already, but now I'm really smart, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat on endless panels. All you need to fill your muffin without having to really think on nothing. Why would we waste our energy trying to work out Ulysses when we can sit happily on a lovely Baffleys watching slightly famous people talking to really famous people? I know I learnt from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly just how clever of a fella I am. Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley, she sounds smelly. Charlie Bronte, do not want tea. Jane Austen, incomposting. James Joyce doesn't sound nice. Ian McEwan, I feel like spewing. William Shakespeare, Shakespeare. Moby Dick. Easy, Grandma. All together now! All I know, I learned from telly. The bigger the telly, the smarter the man. You can tell from my big telly what a very clever fella I am. I am awesome! Woo. Now, come on, keep it going. Don't just stop it, yeah. Thank you. Keep it going. All right, calm down. Now keep it going, I lied. All right, guys, calm down, all right? Golly. All the time. Michael, how have you not picked up the books yet? All right. There he goes. Good job, Michael. Michael, you're about to run off. All right, careful, Michael. Michael, you are the most useless child in the world.
Hello, I'm Lavender, by the way. Matilda's best friend. There's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I play a big part in it. But I'm not going to tell you what happens because I don't want to spoil it for you. All right, look. What I do is I volunteer to get the Trunchbull a jug of water. And then, no, I will not say anymore because I don't want to ruin it. Well, on the way back, I find a newt. A newt is like a really ugly lizard that lives in water. So I pick it up and, no, I will not say anymore. I'm going to put the newt in the Trunchbull's jug. It's going to be brilliant.
I will be tall enough to reach the branches that you need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. When I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night.
Matilda, how lovely to see you. Are you enjoying school?
Oh, yes. Bits of it, anyway. Miss Phelps, do you know where the revenge section is?
What? Revenge section? Well, we don't have a revenge section. Why? Is there a child at school who's behaving like a bully?
I'm not a child, exactly.
Matilda, are you sure something's not...
Do you want to hear the next part of my story?
Story? Matilda, did you say story? Did you say, what are we waiting for?
Slowly, very slowly, the acrobat wound her shiny white scarf around the husband's neck. For luck, my love, she said, kissing him with the gentlest of kisses. Smile. We have done this 1,000 times. Suddenly, she hugged him with the most biggest hug in the world. So hard that it was going to hug all the air out of him. And so the great performers prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. The great escapologist had to break out the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, the other with the fire extinguisher, and then put the flames out on the acrobat's specially designed dress within 12 seconds before the dynamite blew their head off.
Sorry. Go on.
The trick started out well. The moment the specially designed dress was set alight, the acrobat swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she swung over the sharp, spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds, they watched as the flames crept upon her dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Suddenly, she began to reach towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, the padlocks pinged open and the huge chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Suddenly, the huge door swung open and the escapologist used one huge, muscly arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds.
Oh, I can't look.
11 seconds. And before you know it, the flames are covered in foam before the dynamite can blow their head off.
Hooray! So the story does have a happy ending after all.
No.
No?
No. Maybe it was the nerves or the thought of their child, but the escapologist just used a hint too much of foam. Their hands became slippery and, well, she fell.
What? Well, was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except the tiny ones on her fingertips. She did manage to live long enough to have the child. Love a little girl. Love her with all your heart. She's all we've ever wanted.
Love our girl with everything. She is everything.
And then she died. And things got worse.
What? Worse? No, Matilda, not worse. They can't possibly get any worse.
I'm afraid they did. The escapologist was so kind that he never for 1 second blamed the acrobat's sister for what she had done. Instead, he invited her to move into her house and asked her to take care of his daughter. The acrobat's sister was nothing but cruel to the little girl. She'd make her cook and clean and iron and beat her if she did a thing wrong, but always in secret, so the escapologist never suspected a thing. Therefore, she was the most cruelest, meanest aunt you could possibly ever imagine.
Let's call the police.
Miss Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Matilda, you are so smart. Your parents must think they have won the lottery to have a child like you.
Yeah, they're always saying, Matilda, we're so proud it's like winning the lottery with you. I'd better go.
I'm so clever, I'm so clever. I'm so very, 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 very clever. I'm so very flaming clever. What a very clever fella I am. Come here, you!
Stop, stop, stop. There's only one man I do that with.
All right. Well, gather round, family. I want everyone to share my triumph. Not you, boy.
I'm a girl.
155 knackered old bangers, each one with the mileage telling the truth, that they were all knackered. Now, how could I possibly make them go backwards? I couldn't just whack them into reverse, could I?
Backwards.
When suddenly, I had the most genius idea in the world. I ran into my workshop, grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I put the drill into the speedometer of the car and whacked it into reverse.
Backwards?
Yes, boy, backwards. Backwards exactly. See, a drill's motor whirls around thousands of times a second, and in a couple of minutes, I had that rust bucket reduced to practically nothing. I did it to every single car.
Backwards!
Stop talking, my darling. There's a good boy.
10 minutes later, the Bulgarians showed up, big, great-faced, nasty ape. Stupid, I don't know who they thought they were.
Bulgarians are nocturnal. Saw it on a program last night.
It was about badgers. The program was about badgers.
Same thing. And did it work? Fantastic! Now I'll be able to afford Rodolfo all day long.
But that's not fair. They trusted you and you've cheated them. That's not fair at all. They trusted you and you've cheated them.
What's the matter with you? What have we done to deserve a child like you?
Now, you know what I'm gonna do, boy? I'm gonna walk down to that library tomorrow, and I'm gonna tell that old bag never to let you in again.
What? No, please don't.
And if she does, I'll have her fired. I'll put an end to your stories, young man. Now get in there and stay in there, you little creep.
At night, the escapologist's daughter cried herself to sleep, alone in her room. She never said a single word about the evil ant bullying, as she didn't want to cause a fuss. So this grew the ant to even more cruelties, until one day, she exploded. You are a useless, filthy, nasty little creep. And she beat her and threw her into the dank, dark, dusty cellar and locked the door. But that day, the escapologist happened to come home early. And when he heard the sounds of his daughter's tears, well, he smashed the door open.
Forgive me, I didn't mean to desert you. Don't cry, little girl, nothing can hurt you. You've nothing to fear. I'm here.
Have I been so wrapped up in the grief for my wife that I have forgotten the one thing that mattered to us most? I love you so much, my daughter. I shall spend the rest of my life making it up to you. We shall be together forever. Don't cry, Daddy. I'm all right.
forgive me.
Daddy, forgive me.
I didn't mean to desert you.
I didn't want to upset you. Please, Daddy,
Don't cry, little girl.
I'll be alright.
Nothing
You by
will
my
hurt you.
side.
You've
have nothing to fear. You're here. That night, when the escapologist's daughter went to sleep, the escapologist's thoughts turned to the acrobat sister, and almighty rage grew inside him. This demon, this villain, this monster. She has sold the memory of my wife. She has betrayed the trust of her own sister. She has shown cruelty to the most precious reality of my marriage.
Bullying children is a game, is it?
Then let us see what this
creature thinks
she can do when the wrath of a grown man stands before her. But that was the last the little girl ever saw of her father, because he never came home. Ever again.
Matilda, I've got those books we talked about, so if you'd like.
What are you doing with those books, woman?
They're for Matilda.
No, they're not. Not on my watch. There's an age for reading, an age for being a filthy little toad. These are toads, aren't you, Bog Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. Only Bog Trotter here is now a good toad. Sit! It has become clear to me, Miss Honey, that you have no idea what you are doing. You believe in kindness, in fluffiness, and books and stories. That is not teaching. To teach the child, you must first break the child. Quiet, you maggots!
But no one was speaking, Miss Trunchbull.
Understand, Miss Honey, when I say quiet, you maggots, you are entirely included in that statement. Where's my jug of water?
I'll get it, Miss Trunchbull.
I'll get it, Miss Trunchbull. Stupid girl. Look at you. Flabby. Filthy. Revolting, revolting, I say. I think it's time we've toughened you up with a bit of phys ed. This school of late has started reeking. Quiet, maggot, when I'm speaking. Reeking with the most disturbing scent. Only the finest nostrils smell it, but I know it all too well. It is the odor of rebellion. It's the bouquet of dissent. And you may bet your bridges this headmistress finds this foul odoriferousness wholly olfactorily insulting. And so, to stop the stench's spread, I find a session of phys ed sorts the mid-rank from the revolting. The smell of rebellion comes out in a sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating. And it won't be long before I smell the pong of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold, hold! Just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, the whiff of resistance, the palm of dissent, the waft of mutiny in action. Before a weed becomes too big and greedy, you really need to nip it in the bud. Position 2! Before the worm starts to turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud. A whiff of insanity, a stench of intent, the reek of prepubescent protest, the pong of defiance, the odor of poo, the waft of anarchy and progress.
Sing this, please.
Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too pooped for scheming. Some double time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. All right, so let's step it up. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline for children who aren't listening, but fiddlers who are fidgeting and whispering in history. The chattering and chittering, the nattering and twittering is tempered with a smattering of discipline. We must begin insisting on rigidity and discipline, persistently resisting this anarchistic mystery in these minutes you are frandering and pandering and pittering, like little imps like them that just want discipline. The sippering and the whimpering and the trickling and the spiggling, the miss I need a tissue, it's an issue we can fix. There is no mystery to master. The odd flash to mistressing is discipline. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of prepubescent plotting, the whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of moral fiber rotting. Imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes and just dream. Imagine, go on, try it. The peace and the quiet, a burbling stream. Imagine a woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a parrot called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold paper hats with his mind. And he says, don't let them steal your horses. Don't let them throw them away. If you find your way through, he'll be waiting for you, singing, no!
She's mad!
Aha! And there, just like I said, the stinking maggot rears his head. Even the squittiest, piteous mess can harbor seeds of stinkiness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever smelled anything worse than that smell of rebellion? The stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, the whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent. And I will not stop till you are squashed, till this rebellion is quashed, till bloody or sweaty discipline has washed the sickening stench away.
Look, the newt. Can you see? It's the newt. I've got the newt. This is the newt. Look, I'm going to put the newt into the trunk.
Quiet! I don't think this is teaching at all. I think it's just cruelty.
That is because, Miss Honey, you are pathetic. You are wet. You are weak. You are, in fact, a sniveling little newt.
What is it?
Oh, it's disgusting. It's a stain.
Watch out, Miss Trunchbull's going to bite. I bet it's poisonous.
Quiet, children, please.
You.
What? No.
You
Mommy,
did this.
I didn't.
You repulsive, malicious little sinner.
Ow! Stop!
What's that? Stop? We've just only gotten started?
Ow! Miss Trunchbull, please, you'll pull his ears off.
Understand, Miss Honey, through many years of experimentation, I have learned that the ears of small boys do not come off. They stretch. In fact, I can feel these ones stretching now.
Stop! Miss Trunchbull, no!
Leave
dare you? You are not fit to be in this school. You ought to be in prison, in the deepest, dankest, darkest prison. I shall have you wheeled out, strapped to a trolley, with a muzzle over your mouth. I shall crush you. I shall pound you. I shall dissect you, madam. And all of these slugs will suffer the most appalling indignity because of you. Yes, you.
Have you ever wondered, well I have, about how when I say red, for example, there's no way of knowing if red means the same thing in your head as red means in my head when someone says red, and how if we are traveling at almost the speed of light, and we're holding light, that light would still travel away from us at the full speed of light, seems right in a way. I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head I'm not just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unvision, these stories delivered to me fully written. So everyone shouts like they seem to like shouting. The noise in my head is incredibly loud, and I just wish they'd stop. My dad and my mom and the telly and stories stop for just once. And I'm sorry, I'm not good at explaining it right. This noise becomes anger, and the anger is light. And this burning inside me would usually fade, but it isn't today. The heat and the shouting, my heart is pounding, my eyes are burning. Suddenly, everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed, or the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, their words they are forming, cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've said. Into the eye of the storm. Go on. Go on. Come on, come on. Come on, tip over. Come on. Come on, tip over.
Miserable collection of excuses for children. And you, standing there like the squid of squid's odds beating heart. But I tell you, I'm a match for you. There is nothing I shall not do. No length to which I shall not go. No punishment to which I shall not inflict. There is no ear to which I shall not pull. In fact, there is no finger that I shall not. What is it? What is it? It's heading north. I got a newt in my knickers. I got a newt in my knickers. I got a newt in my knickers.
Well, that was interesting. I think we all better go home while we still can. Matilda.
Watch.
Matilda, I think it would be wise to go before...
Watch, please. I moved it with my eyes. Am I strange?
How do you fancy a nice cup of tea? Pretend that I know Matilda, but I don't think we should be afraid of it. I think it has something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for all my brains? So they have to squish out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly, but something like that. You certainly are a very special girl, Matilda. I met your mother. She's unusual, but what about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh, yeah. He's very proud. He's very, very, very proud. He is always saying, Matilda, I am very proud to have a daughter as... That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says at all. He calls me a liar and a creep and a nasty little cheat.
I see. Well, here we are. Home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Yes. Yes, I am. Very.
But don't they pay teachers very much?
Well, they don't, actually, but I'm even poorer than most because of other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt, but one day I was out walking and I came across this old shed. I fell completely in love with it. So I ran to the farmer and begged him to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed, and I've lived here ever since.
But, Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. You see, my father died when I was very young. Magnus was his name. He was very kind. And when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel, like you could hardly imagine. And when I became a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She had written everything down, every tea bag, every electricity bill, every tin of beans, and she made me sign a contract to pay her back every penny. She even produced a document saying that my father had given her his entire house.
But did he really do that? I mean, Magnus, did he really just give her his house?
I don't know, but I find it hard to believe. Just like I can't believe that he would have killed himself, which is what she said happened.
You think she did him in? Don't you, Miss Honey?
I cannot say. All I know is that years of being bullied by that woman made me, well, pathetic. I felt trapped.
And that's why you live here.
This roof keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table, as you can can see. Well, it's perfect for tea. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough.
Miss Honey, she's got your father's house. She's got everything. It's yours.
On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can read, and I am set free. And when it's cold outside, I feel no fear. Even in the fiercest storms, I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. And there is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough. And when it's cold and bleak, I feel no fear. Even in the fiercest storms, I am warmed by a stubborn fire. Even when outside it's freezing, I don't pay much heed. I know that everything I need is in here. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Miss Honey, is this your father's scarf?
Well, yes, you see, my mother gave it to him before she died. You see, she was
An acrobat.
Well, yes. And my father was an
escapologist.
Matilda, how did you know that?
So they were your parents.
What? Who? I don't.
The people in my story.
What story?
A story. I've been telling a story. I thought I was making it up, but it's real. It's your life. I've been seeing your life.
You've seen...
Let's go to the police.
We can't, Matilda. We don't have any evidence.
But you could just tell them. You could tell them she did him in.
But it would be my word against hers, and they would never believe that she was capable of murder.
But why? She was so cruel to you. She beat you and shouted at you and threw you into the tiny cupboard.
Stop, Matilda, please.
Miss Honey, your aunt's a murderer. She killed Magnus. Who is she?
A contract is a contract is a contract.
Miss Trunchbull.
See, in this world, children, there are two types of human being, winners and losers. I play by the rules and I win. If I play by the rules and I do not win, then something is wrong. And when something is wrong, you have to set it right, even if it screams. What are you looking at?
You.
This class is going to have a very special spelling test. Any child who gets one single answer wrong shall go to Choki. Let me see. You spell Newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching.
Nonsense. Miss Honey is too soft and peachy to be good at anything. You stand up and spell the one thing you all are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
You're cheating.
Of course she's not cheating. She's simply spelling the word.
These little specks of dust cannot be this clever.
I've taught them. That's all with kindness and patience and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classroom? You know nothing of teaching, and I shall prove it to you. You spell Metropolis.
What? But that's not even a word. You just made it up.
Spell or go to Choki, and I shall warn you, there are silent letters.
A-M-C-H-E-L-L-A.
Oh dear. Oh dearie dear.
K?
I'm so sorry. There was a silent Z! You're going to Choki!
Cat. C-A-S. Cat. I misspelled it, miss. You're gonna have to put me in Choki too.
What?
Dog. D-Y-P. Dog. And me.
Table. X-A-B-F-Y. And me.
Stop this!
You can't let us all in Choki. Banana. G-T-A-A-B-L.
Stop this. Stop this, do you hear?
Maggots. T-S-P-A-D-Y-S.
Snot-nose. U-T-O-O-O-O-O-O.
Stop this!
Naughty. P-U-F-T-Y-X-N. Big fat bully. P-Y-T-X-L-A-S-W. Revolting. P-S-Q-Q-Q-A-S-T. 1, 2, 3, 4. 89S. Revolting.
Come on now, maggots. You'll have to send me to Choki too. You have to send us all to Choki. I've been busy. A whole array of Chokis for each and every one of you. And now that our little spelling test is over, I can tell you that each and every one of you has failed. You see, in this world, children, there are two types of human beings, winners and losers. I play by the rules and I win.
Look, the chalk. It's moving.
It's moving! Look! It's writing something!
What?
No one's doing anything.
Agatha.
Agatha. This is Magnus.
It can't be! It can't be!
Give my Jenny back her house!
Stop this! Stop this, do you hear?
Then leave!
It can't. No!
Or I will get you!
It can't be, Magnus! It can't be!
Like you got me!
No! No!
Run!
No!
Run!
No!
Run!
No!
Run!
Never again will she get the best of me. Never
A few days later, the acrobat and the escapologist's daughter received a letter from an unknown solicitor. It said that her parents' will had mysteriously turned up, and she was now the owner of the beautiful old house, which had, up until that moment, been owned by the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. She moved in immediately, and she was very happy, happier than she had ever been in her entire life.
As for Miss Trunchbull, she was never seen again. The Chokies were immediately destroyed, and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey, and it was often said that it was the best school in all the land.
And you want to know something else? Matilda was never again able to move things with her eyes. I thought it was because her mind was being challenged, but she said it was because she no longer had a need for her superpowers. But sometimes, I would look at Matilda, this little girl who had done so much for others, but who was stuck with parents who were mean and cruel and called her names, and I would feel my blood boil. And I would wish that I could just do something.
So, this is the end, and I wish so much that I could tell you that the story has a happy ending. I wish so much that I could tell you that Matilda got the love she deserved. But perhaps the truth is not all stories have happy endings.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. We're going to Spain.
Spain? But why?
Because this idiot, this nit, this twit brain seemed to think it was a good idea to send 155 old bangers to the Bulgarian mafia.
All right, now how was I supposed to know they were the mafia? Now, pack your stuff, boy. We're leaving and never coming back.
Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Wormwood, I would love to take Matilda if she would like to stay with me. That is, I would treat her with love and respect and care, and I'd pay for everything. Would you like that, Matilda?
So you're telling me you want us to leave our daughter here with you?
What did you say? Did you call me?
They'll be here any minute.
Dad, you called me your daughter.
They're here, you idiot, I told you.
Quick, hide in the books.
What if they damage my legs, my beautiful legs?
You are the Wormwood's daughter?
Yes.
Where's your father?
I don't know.
The Wormwood is a stupid man. And being stupid, he assumed I was stupid too. And that is a very, very stupid and rude thing to do.
Yes, but I'm afraid my father is very, very rude. And very, very stupid.
You know these? At least there's one clever one in the family. What is your name, little girl?
Matilda Wormwood.
I like you, Matilda. Unfortunately, in my line of work, I don't often get to meet smart people like you. You see, their thinking is all backwards.
Backwards!
Ja Doria Pokrovia Bashta Blah. Ta! Odovi vitam na strešta takova dete.
Благодаря за мен и удисипо делала запонзмен.
Ти говориш балкарски?
Не, толкова добре чисти.
Matilda, who taught you how to speak Bulgarian?
I taught myself, I suppose. I was reading the great Bulgarian author Ivan Vazov, and I thought it would be better to read it in the language it was written in.
I'm Sergey. Matilda, you and your father have been rude to both of us, yes? I could very easily have one of my friends teach him manners. And one day when he leaves hospital, he will be very, very stupid, but not so rude, I think. Matilda, I give this as a gift to you. What do you say?
Mr. Sergey, this is a very, very tempting offer, but he's my father and I'm his daughter, and I think I had enough of revenge.
This little girl, this miracle, Matilda. Nee! Kako praviš?
Pomislila če kaza da. A sasto si pomisle, že to je kaza da.
Matilda, ja kazak Matilda. Kako this?
Sazvajam, šef. Sazaljavam.
Sesaliavam.
Your father is very, very stupid. But he is also very, very, very lucky to have you as his daughter. Although if I happen to be in business again and I see him, he won't be so very lucky.
Quick, let's get out of here before they change their minds.
Well, but what about the girl? Do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes, I do.
And you want to look after her?
I do.
Well, I guess we're a little short on space, so, yes.
Thank you.
And Matilda leapt into Miss Honey's arms.
And hugged her.
And Miss Honey hugged back.
And they hardly noticed as the wormwoods and Rudolfo sped away into the distance.
Because they had found each other.
Yes, they had found each other.